Steph, a variation of the "is this you've ever played" question. Do you think that this is the hottest streak you've ever been on in your career over the last to start this month?
Uh, Context of seasons are always different, but this is obviously the numbers, uh, 30 plus and all that. It's obviously the longest streak, so that's a good vibe there. Arguably the best I felt physically and in rhythm, shooting the ball, just seeing the game. So trying to make it last as long as I can.
Are you surprising yourself at all coming off that tailbone injury that seemed like it was kind of hindering you a bit and it's turned into this right away?
Might have maybe focused a little bit more because it kept me more alert at the beginning, trying to manage the game and understand I would try not to fall on it as much. And then as I've gotten more comfortable, just found a really good rhythm. And I think the work that goes in behind the scenes of trying to get ready for every game and trying to get your body and your mind ready to play, coming off of an injury like that has helped. So never too high, never too low, but I feel really good right now.
Mark Haynes, when it comes to teaching the jump shot, you basically break all the rules of shooting a basketball. Sometimes you don't have to follow through. You don't really have to see it good. For you, what do you think is the most important aspect of shooting a jump shot?
It's all balance. Everybody gets to it differently, but when you're in balance and you got a good foundation underneath you, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're square to the basket, but your feet are underneath you and you have rhythm and strength to push off the floor and get into your shot. That's the most important thing. Usually when my shot goes haywire is because my feet aren't, underneath me and you're not able to get rhythm from the ground up. So that's, again, everybody gets to it differently, but that's the biggest consistent thing that you need to shoot the ball at a high level.
Ball movement was really a big part of your guys' game during those championship runs. How do you now sustain the type of ball movement that you had tonight?
Being intentional about it and understanding we can always get a good shot, but with the lineups that we have out there, our best bet is to search for that great shot, and usually that comes with force of cuts and moving it just to the open guy. Coach says that all the time, but it is, sometimes it's you have to trust that you're going to get to that and not try to force things, every possession. And you saw it tonight. Over the last 3 games, we've established a rhythm around that and found a way to, create really good shots, and everybody feeds off of that energy. You can see all the smiles out there. It's not, there's no coincidence that playing that way and everybody feeling involved and creating great shots. It's contagious, the joy that you play with like that.
Is there also trust needed from you to like your other teammates to knock down those shots after you make the extra pass, or just building this chemistry? Because I know a lot of these guys on the roster this year weren't here during that run and stuff.
Yeah, but that comes by just the reps. Even tonight in the first quarter, we didn't start off blazing hot, but we were creating good shots. And so over the course of 48 minutes, one, it wears on the defense because you're flying around having to, make multiple efforts, and it seems like, the ball does move faster than bodies, do. So you're, playing with force that way. But the trust comes because everybody feels involved and there's space out there. So you just kind of, the proof is obviously in the pudding with how we've played, recently.
You guys have had some devastating small ball lineups over the years. What do you think about what you guys have now? How do you feel about what you have now when you guys are playing small, which you're obviously going to do a lot of?
Well, we have to based on our lineup. So it's kind of an understanding of what's our biggest strength. And, you know, you got Loon out there at the 5, you DG at the 4 to start games, and they're amazing with, you know, DHOs and hitting handbacks and just being in the right spot at the right time. When Juan comes in, he has such a great feel to play that style, and his court vision is great for, call him a big, but just as a basketball player to, you know, again, find the open guy, have a, you know, on time, on target passes, and his energy is contagious as well. So, you know, while we have had the injuries we've had, and obviously with Wise out, that's how we have to play if we're going to compete, and we have to do it well.
You've won one scoring title in your career. What did that mean anything to you at the time? And have you thought about it at all this season, the scoring title?
I haven't, so thank you for bringing that up. I didn't, you know, really look at your numbers for sure. You're aware of all of that, obviously, but what was that? I mean, what was that? Oh, I was 15, 16. That was cool for sure. You want to check that off the box as something that you accomplish. There's so many great scorers in this league, and to do it consistently night after night and raise your level, and you know, do it for, you know, the full length of a season, that does mean something. So it's not anything you press for really, but maybe I got a shot at it, who knows.
What do you think of Gary Payton in the fourth? I think he had 4 steals in 9 minutes.
He has a reputation of being a pass on the ball and, you know, making his presence felt immediately. This is his first real significant, or his first playing time with us, and he was everywhere. And it's interesting when a guy comes in and has that reputation, and everybody's kind of talking you up that you're that type of dude on defense, and then you get 9 minutes, and you obviously he showed it. So pressure really isn't anything for him in terms of just being himself, going out there trying to impact the game the way that he knows how, and it was great to watch.
When you guys are playing small and the
Last one, go ahead, Jen.
flying 11 tonight for you, would it mean anything to you to get that 3-point record back from Clay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was kind of joking with some of the guys tonight because I remember Chicago, and he did it in 3 quarters. And I was like, a night like tonight where I had it really going in the third. 2 things. One, his 37-point quarter is even crazier because I had 25 tonight, and it just seemed like I was, you know, invincible out there. This dude had 12 more points and the same amount of time. So that was crazy in and of itself. But then the 14 threes, like I had 11 and felt like I couldn't miss. So I think it's gettable, but we'll see.